Good morning from Northern California. Was it March 6th, 2023? We have a fantastic snowpack here in California. We've had a very, very active winter, and it's going to continue to be active as we move into the spring. We are in one of our, we have cyclical wet cycles here. And what this particular video is about is we're going to experience something here that's pretty common. However, and for those of you that don't live here, we've been in an unprecedented drought for the last 3 years, which is not true, by the way. We've had a couple of really wet years in the last 4. It all happened kind of at once. What we have here for those of you that don't live here in California, or for those of us that do, we live in a place that is semi-arid, that has cyclical wet cycles, and we decades ago designed a system. We tamed. Here's what it looks like. We are surrounded by mountains. The Sierra Nevada east of us here is a watershed, and it gets about as much, even in a dry year, it gets about as much precipitation off of the Pacific Ocean in the form of snow and or rain as just about any place on Earth relative to the ability to hold and store it naturally, usually in the form of snow. And then most of us live, with the exception of Southern California and the Bay Area, but the rest of us, a lot of us live in the Sacramento-San Joaquin Valley. One of the most, actually it is a floodplain and an alluvial plain, and it's also very flat, and it makes for growing some of the best farmland on the planet, which is disappearing quickly, by the way. The reason it's disappearing is because the state of California has mismanaged water to the point, under the guise of environmentalism and fake climate change nonsense. The climate changes. Our job is to adapt to it, not to run from it, and not to quash human flourishing because of some abstract construct that it's man-made global warming and we're destroying the planet. Come on. Sounds like a ruse to me. And the reason I say that is because nothing that they do about it improves our lives. Human flourishing is not the priority. Anyway, our Sierra Nevada this year, as is a little atypical. I've seen this type of winter in the 6 decades that I've born and raised here. This is probably the 5th or 6th winter that's been this powerful, maybe a couple more, relative to how much snow is being stored in the Sierra and how much precipitation, i.e. rain, that we've had. I would say for Southern California, maybe the 2nd or 3rd time I've seen this much, and never as much snow as that's in Southern California. And of course, those talking points will be used to talk about unprecedented and extreme and climate change impact and all those fear-mongering talking points that are oh so quiet. Our governor's been very quiet. Gruesome Newsom has been quite quiet as the rain and the snow keep falling, and banging the drum of drought and control is losing its grip in reality. But good news for the politicians, and the reason for this video today is it appears that a scenario is unfolding, which again is not unprecedented. We have a hell of a snowpack in that watershed storage area. And the systems that we've built to tame that here in the valley for farming and human flourishing and to protect our cities and whatnot is under strain because it's terribly maintained, because we don't build anything really much anymore. Bullet trains that go to nowhere, but who would ride a bullet train built by California politicians ever? You have to be a damn fool. But anyway, back to here's what's going on. Here's what's going on. As happens often, we got the fantastic snowpack, a lot of water stored up there waiting, and here comes springtime storms are going to start warming up, and because it's a very active winter, we're gonna get back into that Pineapple Express, which is going to bring warm Pacific moisture and a hell of a lot of watershed on top of that snow, and it's going to melt faster than we would prefer. And it's happened multiple times before. My friends can correct me, but I think 1975, 86, 62, maybe 97. Anyway, those stats are all available. But what's going to happen is we will get some flooding. We will have strained levee systems. We will have reservoirs filling up quickly, which will be dumping. There will be some spillways that are overflowing. If indeed what's kind of shaping up out in the Pacific comes to be, it will not be unprecedented. It will not be extreme, and it will not be the direct result of climate change impacts. And so I just wanted to make this to prepare you for that inevitability, because it looks like that's kind of what's shaping up to happen out there. And it is none of those things. It can be potentially dangerous. Had we spent the last 30 years improving our water infrastructure instead of blaming climate change and doing nothing, but I guess we're going to change the climate by taxing the crap out of everything and raising everybody's rates, and building fully unsustainable solar and wind farms. They are unsustainable. They use just as much energy, if not more, to build, and they don't last forever. About 17 to 30 years tops, 17 to 25 years for most solar panels and most windmills, as I call them. So we've done all the wrong stuff, and nonetheless, you can count on the fact that Gruesome Newsom will be out. They're chomping on the bit. They're just waiting for that fast snow melt to cause some problems so that they can point back to the sky is falling and something's got to be done about that. And whatever they do about that is going to be done to you. Anyway, try not to get any on you. Have a great day.